Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today it is the Utah State Quarter, number 45 in the State Quarter series from the United States of America. And these are all Utah State Quarters and in different kind of minting orders. And we're going to take a look at all of them. But first, let's just start with the regular old Philadelphia. If this could be called a regular old Philadelphia, this is a nice Philadelphia coin. A little bit of a weirdness on the rim here, as you can see. Little doubling down there. Like the doubled rims, they're not worth much, but I always save them if I get them. And this one actually is in really good shape. A funny little R there. This is the Philadelphia Mint. You can tell because there is a P here. The Philadelphia Mint in 2007, they made 255 million of these. And if we look way down here underneath the neck, we see a JF and a WC. That's for John Flanagan and William Cousins, the engraver of these coins. It says United States of America at the top, Washington facing to the left, Liberty under his chin, In God We Trust behind him, and the mint mark there, and then $quarter on the back. We tip it up, we see it's a clad coin. In other words, a copper nickel clad copper. And then if we get over here, we see that on the back it says Utah, 1896, Crossroads of the West, and there's a railroad spike there. And then there's two locomotives that are kind of meeting each other. Kind of, what's going to happen? We don't know. Well, what's going to happen is the Union Pacific's going to come out from the east, and the Central Pacific's going to come out from the west. Leland Stanford's Central Pacific, who they named Stanford University after, and they are going to meet and put a spike in where the railroads cross, and this is the Transcontinental Railroad. In other words, the railroad went from East Coast all the way to West Coast, changed the time it took to get across the United States from 40 plus days to 4 to 5 days. Just an amazing accomplishment in terms of, I guess you'd call it progress, but certainly in terms of business accomplishment. 2007 says here, E pluribus unum. Way over here, we see a J, an F, and an M, and you've seen that before. Sometimes it's just a JM, and that's for Joseph F. Mena, who was the engraver of this coin. These are the last of the 2007 United States coins. There were 5 coins produced in 2007. There was Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Washington, and Montana were all the 2007 coins. This one here is a Denver mint, pretty much the same exact front except for the D here. The Denver mint in 2007, they made 253,000. So 255,000 in Philly, 253 in Denver. If you get this up to an MS65, which this might be, that's pretty good condition. And again, it's a clad coin. It's worth about $5, so not huge amount of money because so many people saved these state quarters and so many people saved them in great shape that they're just not hugely valuable until you get up way above MS65. I said there are other varieties. Here's one of the different varieties, and this is from a uncirculated mint set. And by 2007, they were making these satin finish coins in the uncirculated mint sets. They actually started, I think, in 2005 with them. And so you can tell the difference. There's not, you can't mix them up. So you know this one came from an uncirculated mint set. You know this one is a business strike circulating because of just the polish on them. You can't get this to look like this. It'd be very hard. This coin is probably worth more or much more. The satin finish is, well, satin finish is worth $4 to $5. This coin, if you get up above MS65, is going to be worth a lot more, maybe in the 50s to 100. So satin finish for both the P and the D. This one just happens to be the Philadelphia one, and look at what the satin finish does for you, though. It's just gets you a beautiful coin. And then, of course, they made it at San Francisco in 2 different varieties. They made the San Francisco Mint clad variety. I hope this is it. Let's see. Yes. Okay, we see the copper in it, so we know it's a copper nickel outside, very copper sandwich. In the middle of the sandwich is copper, and on the outside is a copper nickel cladding. And at the San Francisco Mint, they made these clad coins, and they made 2.374 million. This one's worth $2 to $3 at proof 65. If you can get it above that, and it's just a beautiful coin. If you can get it above that, you can get the $5 to $7 range, but hard getting too much higher than that, unless you have a really spectacular coin. And finally, they made it in a silver. And this one, you see, it's got some kind of a little bit of a patina on here, but also this kind of film that comes from the mint sets sometimes. And we don't clean them, but this is just a beautiful coin, except it has a film on it. You tip it up on its side and you see that it is indeed silver, 90% silver from the silver proof set that they made in 2007. And this one's, they made 1.3 million, and this one is worth about $8 to $10 at a proof 65. And just look at that. I mean, now you see, if Joseph Mena got to choose the material that he could do this in, it's just spectacular when you get to do it in silver, with a proof finish. All right, so that's what we have. We have the silver, we have the business strike, we have the clad San Francisco Mint, we have the satin finish, and again we have another business strike here. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you might have in the comments section.